Hello again. After a little bit longer gap, I'm doing this video. I always like to do videos when I read something or understand something and hope they help you. If you like it, please subscribe. Please send a comment so if I can do something different, that would be helpful. Today I'm going to talk about aging and how to reverse it or how to prevent it. Aging is going to be there for everybody because the time does not stop for anybody. So even a child who is 1 year old is going to become 2, and 2 is going to become 3, and so on and so forth. And what we have noticed is that people are living longer, but are not always healthy and not always mentally or physically at the same level as they were when they were 40. So certain things start changing. There are two different ages at which time we have sudden worsening, as I could call it. But 40 seems to be the common one for everybody to understand. So I'm going to talk about what actually happens and what you feel, and then is there anything that you can do to reverse it? Usually after 40, the energy starts going down. The healing is delayed, like if you get a small bruise or injury. You don't quickly heal it. After you do certain exercise, the recovery of the muscles is delayed. Sometimes you have brain fog, and sometimes you can't concentrate on a particular task, or sometimes you can't do multitasking. Again, it may not be obvious at age 40, but certainly after 60, this is commonly seen. And then we call about dementia and this and that. A lot of names have been given to you. So let me talk about what actually happens and how can we change or prevent or help to improve on it. Number one that happens when we have aging is related to the hormones. For example, like the testosterone in men starts going down. We all think that it doesn't go down as quickly because men can produce babies even at age 70 or 80. But the testosterone level starts declining after age 30. The muscle mass starts declining after age 30, 35 or so. It is said that about 1% decline occurs every year after the age 30. So by the time you reach 40, the testosterone will drop by about 10%. And then by 60, it is 30% down. The testosterone is very important for various things, including maintaining the muscles, including the energy level, including insulin sensitivity, the sleep, and even the cognitive function. So when the testosterone starts going down, we have muscle fatigue, mental fog, memory issues, and cognitive functional decline. Now, the testosterone is needed for muscles, and muscles are important for insulin sensitivity because muscles can use glucose without needing insulin. And so we do need muscles to be intact. In females, it happens a little differently. Females have estrogen, and estrogens usually start declining at the time of menopause, maybe mid-40s. But the drop in estrogen is rather sudden or a little bit more quick than the testosterone, which takes literally 10, 20, 15 years to drop down. So those are the two changes that occur which causes us to age and feel that we are getting old. Second thing is the mitochondrial function. Mitochondria is the powerhouse in each cell. If you have known it, it converts glucose into ATP. So it's like an engine of a car. And how strong is your engine will decide how quickly you can achieve certain speed in your car. If you have a 1.1 liter engine, you're going to be slow. But if you have 3-4 liter engine or 8 cylinder, as is another option to say it, you will have a fast car, efficient car, and same thing is with the cell. Now mitochondrial functions start declining, and that leads to number of problems, including slow recovery and brain fog, lack of motivation, lack of energy, etc. Now, how do you improve the mitochondrial function? So the answers for whether it is testosterone, estrogen, or mitochondrial biogenesis boils down to pretty much similar answers. And this is what I was talking about as to improving or reducing the age decline. So mitochondrial biogenesis is well known. You can produce more and better mitochondria or more efficient mitochondria. If the mitochondria are better, then the energy level is better and everything else is better. So for this and the improving of the testosterone, which depends on your muscle mass or the muscle, is very important. I will come back to this in 1 second, but let me tell you that the visceral fat is very bad because it produces a chemical or hormone or enzyme, aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. And that's where you lose the muscles and have the lack of energy, motivation, and even cognitive dysfunction. So losing the visceral fat is very, very important. Now, as far as mitochondrial biogenesis, making more and more efficient mitochondria are concerned, the standard is that when you do an exercise, and there are 2 or 3 types of exercise which are good for mitochondrial biogenesis as well as for improving the testosterone and the muscle mass. One is the aerobic exercise, everybody knows about it. But even simple walking will help as long as it is a brisk walking done regularly. The resistance training is very important, and resistance training should be done in such a way that your muscles at the end should feel tired, fatigued, can't do it. So if you're lifting 20 pounds bicep curls, instead of doing 20 with 20 pound weight, try to do 15 with 25 pounds. So what happens at the end, you really have to use the muscle and the breath to achieve that. So resistance training where you increase the resistance will be more helpful to build the muscle. And of course, it will also improve the mitochondrial biogenesis. There are certain other things like a nutritional stuff that also causes mitochondrial biogenesis. For example, things which are rich in flavonoids. Vitamin C will also help. B3 will also help. Omega-3, CoQ10. These all will stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis. But also you can do polyphenol type of things which is important. So the like red grapes, the blueberries, this will help too. There are a couple of things that also can help. Fasting, when you have a calorie restriction, the cell realizes the stress and produces more efficient energy producing mitochondria. So intermittent fasting or even fasting would be important for mitochondrial biogenesis. And last but not least would be extreme heat or extreme cold. So doing an exposure to a cold temperature for 90 seconds or going into a sauna where the temperatures are very high will also stress the cells and produce more mitochondria, which will help to prevent the aging. So you could use nutritional supplement, which includes flavonoids and other stuff, including vitamin C, B3, CoQ10, omega-3. but also you can do something called resveratrol, which is seen in the red grape skin and the blueberries. This will also stimulate mitochondrial growth. And once you have more efficient energy powerhouse in your cells, your cellular function will improve. So the sleep is important for everything. And it is not the total amount of sleep, but a deep sleep or a slow wave sleep is also important. So to reverse the aging, which also goes with a improved mental and physical function, improving the memory, improving the body or physique. So body and mind go hand in hand. So in short, you need to do aerobic exercise, muscle training on a regular basis, with resistance being increased to stress your muscles, to reduce the visceral fat, fasting, good sleep, high intensity intermittent exercise, using flavonoids, using the supplements that I just mentioned, will improve the mitochondrial biogenesis and reverse the aging. Again, you might say at the end of it, it all boils down to don't sit in the chair doing the computer work, but get out and do some exercise. Have a healthy food, avoid the processed food, which will help to reduce the visceral fat, and long term it will help the aging. I hope you like it and subscribe to it. Please put in your comments if there are any additional questions or videos that you would like to see. Thank you. Have a nice day.